Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace and today is Monday, November 18th. Rusty has just joined us to walk on his crinkle mat in front of me again. And this is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats. But most importantly, knitting, because that is what I love to do all day, every day. Although Rusty would want more attention. And I think you do this on purpose. I think you know. I think you can tell. I'm sure he can tell. He's very smart about some things, and other things he's not. You want Lammy? There we go. I have various social medias that you can follow me on. I have Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I am most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there. We have some fun things to discuss about what will be going on my Instagram in the month of December. I also have show notes, so things that I will be talking about, links to things, all that jazz, information will be there. All of that is on my blog. The link to that is linked down below if you're on YouTube, or if you're on my blog already, everything is already there. I also have tech editing information. I am a knitting pattern tech editor, so if you know someone who is in need of an editor for any kind of upcoming knitting patterns, I would love to work with you. If you'd like to send me a message on Instagram, we can talk about it and start a discussion, or if you'd like to find out more, you can check out the Graceful Edits tab on my blog, which is linked all the places like I've just linked. We have some festive things to talk about. We have some projects to talk about. We have upcoming recording plans talking about. Rusty is now playing with a toy on his crinkle mat. Good thing he's cute. We got a new dryer, everyone. I'm so excited. Let's just get right into it so we can talk about our new dryer. Woo! That's for sure what this podcast is about. If you like to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, something to craft upon, an animal to snuggle, a laundry to fold, whatever it is, I hope it is either bringing you joy, rest, or I'm helping you get through a task that is not as much fun. Are you for real? No, sir. What are you even doing? Here, I'm gonna take a quick picture. Oh, well now you've moved. Okay, that was not helpful. I looked down and he had draped himself over one of my projects and was chewing on one of my knitting needles. Whoa, okay. Anyway, you can do all of those things. I have water today. Here's your friendly reminder to hydrate and drink water. Your body is like a plant and needs water for life. So, I do love the iced beverage, iced coffee, whatever it may be. Water is also important. So, that's mine today for right now. We got thrown off a little bit, so if you want to go grab whatever and you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. Okay, so everyone, first off, which is least important but seemingly so important to me, we got a new dryer, which is very exciting for many reasons. Obviously the practical reasons of having a new dryer that actually works and dries well, but what affects you guys is that there is no longer a beep that I have to edit out. Yay! I am so excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Even when it, like, outside of recording, like, I really didn't like the beep, obviously. It was just very loud. It was very irritating. Not a fun time. And we have the ability to turn it off. I know that this is a common thing on most dryers. The dryer that we had was very, very old. And as far as I was aware, did not have the ability to turn that off. So, we now do. We're all happy. It dries so quickly. It is so nice. I'm so excited. What an adult thing to be so excited about. Second of all, I didn't do this on purpose, but it worked out pretty well of me wearing a green shirt and having kind of like a red lip on. Feeling very festive. Today is just a good day. It is stormy. It's not cool, but it's not hot. Hot. So I'll take it. I had a good workout this morning. I've drank a lot of water. I'm up on my protein at this point of the day. We're all good. And so I just felt like putting on some lipstick, and it just happened to be red and green, which is fitting because we're talking about the upcoming festive season. And I also got my advent calendar box that I will show you the outside of because I haven't opened it, but we'll get to that point at a later point in this episode. Next up, more housekeeping bits and pieces of information. Last time I mentioned about trying to figure out when exactly I was going to take a break for the holidays in regards to the podcast and just not recording and all that kind of stuff, because that's what taking a break means. Wow. And I decided that the last episode for the year will be on December 2nd. Because normally I would take the entire month of December off, but because Thanksgiving is so late and with the every other week recording, it just makes sense to kind of like, and there's 5 weeks in December. So I just, the last episode will be on December 2nd. I will take the rest of December off, and then I will be back with you in January. So this is not the last episode for the year. We do have one more, and that way I can have like a 2 days worth of Advent knitting to show you. At least I'll have a decision of what Advent project I'm going to be working on. There's that. And hopefully some cast on socks, because I am doing the Freckled Whimsy Advent socks this year again. I'm very excited. What else? In the meantime, while I am not recording here on YouTube and wherever you may be watching this, I will be doing more posting, hopefully. That is my intention. More posting on my stories on Instagram. I will try and do a Vlogmas type vibe. There may not really be any talking from me, but there will probably be festive music and fun things that I get up to during the day. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. I am planning on saving that to a little highlight. I think that's how that works. I don't really have too many highlights. They're only for very select things. So that's my intention. I will try and follow through. It may not be every day. It may not be as detailed as I have like thought up in my mind, but that is my plan, my intention. So if you want to follow my Advent knitting, that kind of thing, that's probably where I'll be posting it, trying to avoid spoilers as well. So for people seeing and having the same things and all that kind of stuff. So those are my plans. I feel good also today because I made all those decisions. I made those plans. Look at me go. Really, that wasn't all that bad, but I still made them, and it didn't like, I don't know what I was trying to say, but they got done. I decided, we have a plan. Those are my intentions. And now we can get into knitting. I'll talk about my projects. I do have a non-knitting project I'm going to talk about, and no, it doesn't really actually have to do with, technically it's a fiber art, I would say, kind of, but not my normal fiber art. So we'll get into that. That has dictated the amount of progress I've gotten done on certain things and how many things, because last time I had like 9 projects to talk about. This week I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 One of them is the non-knitting project. And then we will talk about things I would like to get done before Advent knitting starts. So let's just jump right in. I did get a little bit on both socks done. And by a little bit, I mean like literally a little bit. I will show you. Last time I said that why was I procrastinating on knitting my ghosty sock and all I needed was a toe. I will tell you I've done 2 rows on my toe. That's all I've done. And am I not a fan of that? Am I embarrassed by that? Maybe a little bit, but that's okay. I've been working on other things. This is like top on my list of things to get done. Okay? Okay. Yes. Yes, so this is serene group. What are we talking about? We are not using this time. I'm getting a spam call from San Francisco. Thank you very much. Don't want to talk to you. I'm busy. What is this? This is the October, one of the October socks from Summerly Knits, Summerly Knits Colorwork sock collection. So you get a colorwork sock pattern every month, which is very exciting. I get people who like try, like these spam calls have started calling twice back to back, but no one ever leaves a message, which is why I know that it's a spam call. If it was truly important, they would leave a message. It is very irritating. Anyway, obviously, in theory, these would have been October socks that got done in October for me to wear in October. They did not. That's okay. We're not worried about that. I have loved working on these. I truly loved knitting these little ghosties. They were just so cute. And what's also really fun is I'm using this yarn from Kettle and Hearth Fibers, which I do have an affiliate code. So if you use my link, which is linked in my show notes, I will get a little kickback. Michelle has wonderful, wonderful yarns, and she has super fun collections going on. She's got sock sets. Okay, that wasp is outside. I'm so sorry. I hate wasps with a burning passion, and it needed to be outside. So thankfully it is. I'm so sorry. Michelle's yarn is wonderful. This is the colorway Nutmeg Spice, which I think is like the epitome of fall in a colorway. It's warm, it gives cozy vibes. I love it. I'm using Suburban Stitcher for my heel and my toe, just as kind of like a fun pop of something in a subtle way. And I use Random Stash for my ghosties. So I'm very excited. I will definitely have a decent amount left over. So I may make a pair of the little All the Frills socks by Summerly. I think that would be really fun because I just love this colorway so much. And it would look so nice with my Doc Martens. This is I need them now. I don't want to have to knit them. But I do. I don't want to like lose out the joy of knitting them, but I also like want them now. I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels that way about projects and things like that. Sock number 1. Sock number 2. These are pretty decent. I got a pretty decent amount of progress. I honestly don't know where I was last time I showed this to you. I have finished the leg, or maybe I have like 5 rows left or something. These are just plain vanilla socks. I got this skein of yarn. We're gonna have a lot of information I'm gonna recall from my brain. Back in September, I went to visit my parents. I flew into Denver, and we then met up with my friend Shayna of Shayna Lyons Designs at Colorful Yarns, which was a wonderful, huge selections of a yarn store. I got this skein of Memento from Spun Right Round. I love it. I love these little micro stripes that have formed due to pooling, and I am so excited. I have to do the heel and obviously the toe and the foot. Not just the toe. Here is sock number 1. I did the shadow wrap heel on this sock. This is a new to me skill that I learned this year, and I'm very excited. I do need to watch the YouTube video from, it's Earth something designs. I'm so sorry. I will link it in the show notes because it is truly like the clearest tutorial and is so wonderful. So if you are interested in trying this heel, or if you're just interested in like watching it and learning something new, would highly recommend. It has changed my life. So yes, I need to watch the YouTube video, get that done, get that heel done, and then go to town on the foot, and then have my toe done. As I mentioned before, when it comes to my holiday knitting, I am doing the Freckled Whimsy Advent striped socks. Striped Advent socks? There's a stripe a day. There's 24 stripes. So, I am very excited, but what this means is that I need to have both socks done. I need to, in my mind, I would really love to have both socks done. I'd like to have all my sock needles free, available, because I will be having 2 socks going at a time because I will be knitting them at the same time. So at the end of December, I will have a pair of finished socks. When it comes to the heel and things like that, I am unsure right now what I'm going to do. Pretty sure I'm going to do another shadow wrap heel because I do really love that. And it works really nicely with colorwork socks. And yes. Honestly, maybe less stressful than trying to do a afterthought heel, which is really not that bad, but I feel like the shadow wrap heel fits my foot better than an afterthought heel. Don't mind the afterthought heel, nothing wrong with it, but that is my intention. I need to finish these socks. I also have a pair of socks that are very festive, very Christmas-esque, red and green and white, and the pattern that I'm knitting, it literally has candy canes in it. It's a lace pattern, perfect for Christmas, right? I need to finish those. Those have been on my needles for too long. The yarn was a gift from a friend, and she very kindly dyed up this very festive yarn, and I have not finished them. And I really need to do that. Because I would really like to wear these socks. Again, because they would look so cute with my new Doc Martens. And Birkenstocks, of course, because I am a huge fan of both of those shoes. So in regards to holiday clearing needles before holiday knitting begins, yes, those are on the to-do list. Pretty high priority because, yes, unless I really wanted to, and I should not do this, but it would be so easy for me to just go and get 2 more pair of these ones. I think I've got a pair of ones in here actually. It'd be very easy for me to do that, but I really shouldn't. It's nice to have that kind of limitation so I can't just like cast on things willy-nilly and then have a bunch of half-finished items. It's the downside of socks. The downside. But we still love them anyway. So yes, I have, so that's 3 socks. I don't remember if I have knit, I should have brought them over here. They're packed away over there somewhere. Do I have, I don't even think I have one of the socks finished. but if I put my mind to it, I will get them done. I think the pattern is called Candy Cane Lane or something like that by Autumn Poppy Designs. They're so cute. I just need to get them done. December will be here before we know it. Next time I talk to you, it will be December. I need to get these done. So whether or not I finish both ghosty socks, that's yet to be determined, but I will figure that out at a later date. Point is, sock needles need to be available. So, moving along, let's just talk about this really quickly. This got a decent amount of progress, and this is still attached because I am still working with this color. This is my Bubble Bandana by Stephen West. We love to see it. I made 3 rows, 4 rows, 4 colors. Pretty good. Could have been more, could have been less. So we will take what we can get. This is a DFW Fiberfest yarn purchase that my mom and my sister and I are kind of doing this as a mini knit along. We got 2 things to do as knit alongs, and then we all kind of like cast on whatever we wanted to. So in theory, we're knitting them along together, but they're not working on theirs right now, which is totally fine. They're working on other things and really amazing things. That's okay. But anyway, I'm loving this. It's a really great little mindless project, and it goes by really quickly, and I love that the rows are short, because right now I hate to use the word slogging through, but I am slogging through the rows of this Coco Dynamo shawl, and the stitch count is just so big. So when I have this little baby row, it does my soul so good. It's a balm for my knitting soul. I am loving working on this. What is the yarn? I am so sorry. It is a Chick That Knits. I got 5 of her mini skeins. She's got incredible things. I think she actually just posted that she's dyeing up fiber soon, which is very exciting. This is her deluxe sock. I have various colorways. I have pomegranate. I know that because that's what this one is. Can I rattle them off? I doubt it. One of them is Gothic something. Gothic Enchantress. Okay. Camel. Is Camel one of them? Caramel. So close. Can we count that as I got that right? Mulled Wine. And then there's one more that may have... Oh, no, here it is. Bashful. Which I know is this light pink, and I want to call it Demure so bad, and I don't know why. There's just something in my brain that is like, this color is demure. Haha. Very demure, very mindful. No, it's bashful. Very bashful, very mindful. What am I saying? I love working on this. Let me move this really quick before I continue. It's such an easy pattern. I get a lot of questions, or I don't get a lot of questions, but people who have seen this in person and online are unsure if the bubble stitch is challenging, and I would tell you, no, it is not. It is not at all. It's very easy. Very easy, and it's a very easy pattern to repeat. I have something in my eye, and great for stash busters, honestly. I think this project is going to be really great for those of us who may have leftover Advent mini skeins that didn't get fully used up. Which is not a bad thing by any means, don't get me wrong. It's a wonderful thing to have a very nice, robust collection of yarn. But sometimes you just want to use up as much as you can, and projects like this, the bubble bandana are great for that. As few or as many colors as you want. I used 5, which is what the pattern calls for, but again, you can use as many or as few as you want. Next up, I am not trying to get that done. That is not necessarily part of holiday knitting. If it is part of holiday knitting, it is because it brings me joy, which is important, you know. Next up, I've made significant progress on my ranunculus. Well, it's not a rhinoceros. What am I trying to say? This is the front. This is the front. Yes. Ta-da! I'm just plugging along on the body. We're having a grand old time. I need to try it on soon, but I love it so dearly. I'm on Body City. We love to see it. I did make quite a bit of progress. I think I put this progress keeper in last time I showed this to you. So I got quite a bit done, you know? I'm pretty happy. This is the ranunculus again. What am I trying to say? This is the ranunculus pattern by Midori Hirose. I'm using this very amazing yarn that was purchased from Maker and Stitch, which is my mom's local yarn shop in Edwards, Colorado. This is Issair Soft, and it is a blown construction. So it's got a crocheted core and has green fiber and puff blown into it and around it. It is 56% alpaca, 44% organic cotton. So, it'd be great. I'm doing long sleeves. That is my plan. I'm doing great with yarn usage. I've got, I think, I should be fine. I've got 2 balls of this left, not including this. And I'm planning on doing long sleeves, or as long as I can make them. So again, I do need to try this on and see how this is, where this is fitting, where this is falling. So I'm loving this so much. It is so soft. My intention in regards to holiday knitting, yes, this is getting done. This is a top priority because we are with my family in Colorado for Christmas, and I would love to wear this for Christmas / Christmas Eve, the Christmas Eve service / whatever events may be going on around that time. That is my intent. I love this color. It looks very good on me, if I do say so myself. I'm so excited to wear this, and I am excited that I will be able to wear it in a very cold climate, such as Colorado. Though I could wear this here, do not get me wrong, having that cotton core is really coming in clutch for Houston. So that is really wonderful. Made good progress on that. Another thing that I just could not stop working on for some reason is my Stick Season sweater by the Crayabea. And no, in fact, I did not actually work on my Tosta tee at all really this week because I was needing to work on my non-knitting item, which we'll get to eventually. I keep teasing that, but everyone, I like finished the back. I got the fronts finished. I joined for the arms. I'm now knitting the body. I'm not complaining. I think last time this was for measuring purposes, but I think I was even beyond or earlier, less than that. I don't know. So I'm loving this. I need to try it on. I am just enjoying every moment of this. I'm so glad that I continued on with my gut instinct of continuing this project, because for a while I was a little unsure if the color and the textured stitch were a good match. I love this, everyone. Sometimes your gut instinct may not always work out the way that you have in mind, but sometimes it's like, oh, that is so good. I did good. I did very good. So I'm loving this. What is this yarn? This yarn is Lavender Haze by the Conifer Collective. It is on her tweed base, so let me see if I can. This is the textured stitch section, so it may be kind of hard to see the tweed, but there you go. You can kind of see the tweed there. Doop. I'm loving it, and like the detailing of the shoulder just brings me so much joy. It like just turned out so nicely. I'm just plugging along now. The sleeves are plain. The rest of the body is plain. We do have some underarm texture, some ribbing underneath the arm, which is very nice. I do enjoy that. But other than that, we're just smooth sailing. So this is another, if I'm gonna try and get this done, if it brings me joy, which it has been, this will be worked on. So I am loving that. I may need to switch it over to a more holiday-esque bag. I do love this one. This is from Rose and Seams, which I have, like I showed you all last time, I do have a new festive bag from Rose and Seams from Elena. That I could just migrate these things over, but I really love this one too. So we just may have to use both of them. You know? I also need to figure out what advent projects are going in and all that kind of stuff. Okay, finally, before we get to the non-knitting item, my Go-Go Dynamo shawl, everyone. I have, like, that is all really I've been working on. Except that's not really true. I take that back. Let's regroup that statement. It got to a certain point maybe on Thursday, this past Thursday, and sometimes I struggle with knowing that I need to do something and not really wanting to like actually do the process of getting started. But once I get started, I am like full in, loving every minute. There's no reason for me to have put it off just for the sake of not wanting to start on something. And that was me with my Go-Go Dynamo shawl. I just needed to move forward and like figure out what I was doing with the yarns that I had collected, because I'm doing kind of an odd mishmash of mohairs now, and I've added some other colors in, and I didn't know what my plan was. I needed to make some decisions. I didn't want to put in the mental energy to do so, which is bad on me. That's on me. But once I did, everyone, it is all I've been working on since. And I've gotten so much progress done. I've finished both brioche sections. What? I am so excited. I am also, I will say, if I knew that that I was going to do all 4 clues, I might be a little not as excited to work on it. But because I know that I'm doing an edited version or a different version that doesn't use all the clues, I am so excited. I like the fact that I'm making this thing that's gonna be more of a scarf look, and I'm gonna be able to wear it more, or in my style and like things I enjoy wearing, I'm gonna really love wearing this. I'm so excited. Everyone. Also, what's really spurring me along? 2 things. Oh, yes. roly-poly. Someone is really having a good nap. There are two things. First of all, I would really love to potentially have a Thanksgiving cast on, which if you're in the United States, Thanksgiving is next Thursday. It is fast approaching. And yes, I do really want to do the Andrea Mowry sock knit along that she does. I really like the look of the socks that she put out. I think that would be really fun. But I really would like to cast on my Weekender Light using my Ghost Road yarn from Fangirl Fibers that has the dryer just turned off. No beeps. No beeps. Praise the Lord. I'm so sorry. We had to celebrate that together. Ah. I'm so excited. The glitter tweed base that I showed you all a couple weeks ago, it was a DFW purchase. My mom and my sister also have the same base but different colors. We are all making Weekender lights. They have both started theirs, and I would really love to work on it just because it sounds nice and fun. And I love a good Weekender light moment. I've made 2 regular Weekenders and I've made 1 light. I love the pattern. And the needles that I'm using for my Go-Go Dynamo would be my dream needles for this particular project. The problem is that I don't know which project I'm wanting to do for my advent calendar, and these also may be the same dream needles for said project, and so I need to decide what I want to do, you know. Or I can just get another set of needles. Would that be the smart and wise thing to do? Probably not. But it would be really easy. All that to say, I have massive amounts of motivation to finish my Go-Go Dynamo shawl because I need these needles for potentially 2 different projects. And with all that being said, let me show you my Go-Go Dynamo shawl. This is very long. This is very long, but I am loving how this is turning out so far. I decided to go rogue with the brioche and do 2 different colors opposed to using the main color, which will be my white. I've got mohair in here. I've got linen quill in here. I've got Madeline Tosh in here. The main color, or the colors I originally started with, were just 2. I have the white, which is Cascade Heritage, and then the pinky peach colorway is called, or color yarn, is called Peach Princess by Fuzzy Peach Yarns. I don't know if they're dyeing anymore, but I've had this in my stash for forever. This has been a huge stash buster for me. I did have to get the Cascade Heritage, but in my mind, if you are new here, I have said this many times and we'll say it again. If you have to purchase a little bit of yarn to help you remove and use up a lot of yarn in your stash, that's still stash busting. You're using up yarn. You are obtaining yarn to help you use your yarn well. Right? Fair. We don't feel bad about that. Also, even if it wasn't that and it brings you joy, all that matters. So I have all the mohair bits and pieces and other yarns in here that I want to use, so I can just kind of grab and go I don't know if I can really show you. There's a lot in there. There's a lot of pinks and purples. I do have some blues in here, and I have this random little pop of green. So I am intrigued by this. I don't know if I will use it. I think it might be too like one little spot of green that may bring attention to it, and I don't want that. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm very excited about the little wedges along the bottom. I have an idea, a vision for that, if you will. And I'm getting there. I'm almost done with Clue 2. And it has taken me a while to get here, but here we are. And I'm very proud of it. So I love how it is turning out. There are definitely times where I look at it and I'm like, do I really know what I'm doing? I don't really know what I'm doing. What is going on? Why did I pick those yarns? And then I sit with it for a little bit and I continue to work on it, and then I take another look at it and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I love that. I will love wearing that, and that's really my goal. So it's one thing to second guess yourself. It's another thing to like second guess yourself and immediately be like, okay, it's trash. Gotta think about it. Sit with it for a hot second. Just take a breath. Just don't worry about it. Just regroup, and you'll probably figure out what you don't like about it or what you do like about it and how to do more of what you like. So, I am really enjoying this. And I'm really excited to be all done with the brioche because, man, I was tired of that. I love a good 2-color brioche. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Brings me so much satisfaction and joy. But when those rows are as long as they are, not a fan for long periods of time. I can do a little bit of it, but not a lot while still enjoying it. So that is all the knitting projects that I have. Very quickly, I'm going to show you my Advent box. It arrived, I literally picked it up on my way home from getting the groceries and doing some other errands and things today. How am I going to show this to you without showing? Okay, the sticker's only on the front, so I have to cover up my address. Here is my Advent calendar from Chelsea Yarns. I'm so excited. The tape here, it's called, or the theme is a Western holiday. Oh, here we go. So you can see the cute tape. Like, how cute, the vibes, and just watching all of their Instagram stories of them putting these boxes together, the vibes got me really hyped. Which I feel like is such a, I am definitely a millennial, but I feel like that's more Gen Z slang to say. But I stand by that statement. The vibes were really vibing. And I'm so excited to see all the goodies in here and all the fun colors and just have a Western holiday. I do have, here's another little fun tidbit for you all if you are interested. So I did some organizing and some planning for Advent patterns, or patterns that are good for mini skeins, let me say that. Patterns that are good for mini skeins, specifically for what my mom, myself, and my sister are looking for. And I made a little Ravelry bundle, which was easiest for me to do that and for all three of us to look at that. If you are interested in that, it is available on my Ravelry. Keep in mind, I don't think there's any crochet patterns. There are no sweaters this year. All shawls, there are so many other Advent and like mini skein-esque patterns out there that I did not include in this list. So this is a very like specifically tailored to what our needs are. So if you look at that and you're like, why are these other patterns not on here? That's why. But if you are interested in seeing what potentially the three of us are working on and like what we all may decide individually or all together or whatever it may be, you can check that out. I will link that in the show notes if you are interested. But yes, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. It will be here before we know it. So lastly, everyone, I'm about to share with you this non-knitting item craft that I've been working on. And I'm sharing this with you because this is the end of the episode, or close to, and I know that Sam, my husband, doesn't watch the podcast because everyone, this is a gift for him. And sometimes he does, but like he doesn't really watch the whole episode. Sometimes he just like flicks through or whatever. But he doesn't really watch it all. I have a little packet and I'm so excited. And so I'm going to show you what's in this packet. You probably are not going to be like super surprised. This is not the first time I've done this craft. I have done this craft and I love it. But everyone, I'm doing a little cross stitch for Sam. Ta-da. And if you are a super sleuth or are familiar with the Texas A&M campus, you might recognize these buildings. Here we have the academic building, which was actually where most of my classes took place, fun fact. And then we have the clock tower, and then we will also have Kyle Field, we will have the Century Tree, we will have the ring, we will have the Bonfire Memorial, maybe? What else will we have on here? Yeah. I think, yes. I believe that's what that is. Oh, and the water tower. I didn't say that. Kyle Field, I said that, and the ring. So, what is the best way to show this to you? I got served, we'll show you this one. There we go. Bingo. I got served an ad several months ago on Instagram, and it was like beautiful. I got served an account that the Instagram thought I should follow, and yes, they were very right. I needed to follow them immediately. And the company is called So Charming, S-E-W, So Charming Design Company. She, I believe, is based very close by in Montgomery, Texas, which is kind of closest to the Woodlands, if you're familiar with Houston geography. And so she's nearby, and what she does is she takes college campuses, and she just released a Stars Hollow one as well, and she creates these really beautiful cross-stitch patterns. And this is the Texas A&M one. So this is what it looks like when it's framed. Here, I think it actually says College Station. I don't think it says Texas A&M. But a College Station is where it is. Here is her little logo. All of her Etsy shop and her Instagram will be linked in the show notes, so do not worry. She doesn't have too many colleges put together right now. There's a lot of Texas ones for sure. I think there might be Arkansas. I can't remember which one she has right now, but she does have some, I think maybe a few that are not Texas colleges. But what is also really cool, and what I was just like, bingo, this is exactly what I need to do. If this hadn't been the case, I still would have done it, but it has just made it so easy. She has the option in her Etsy shop to either buy the pattern as a PDF and just have the pattern, and then you go and get the all of the materials and the embroidery floss and all that kind of stuff, or you may have it in your crafting collection, or you can buy a kit that comes with literally everything, including the hoop and the needle. Which, if you are someone who doesn't cross stitch very often, aka me, that was like, oh my goodness, worth the extra money, however much it was, to have all this put together. Made it so easy. And because she lives within an hour of where I live, it got here super fast, which is really nice. I appreciated that the mail didn't really mess that up. Hallelujah. And so I've just been working on this whenever Sam's not around, which I got some decent amount done. He had a business trip last week, and so I got almost the entire academic building done and most of the clock tower. I'm proud of this. I'm very proud of this. You can see that there. I am just, over here there will be a tree. This is where the century tree is going to be. And then Kyle Field will be over here. And then the water tower, the century tree, and the bonfire memorial will be over on this side. And I believe the ring is over here as well. So I also randomly have 2 needle minders that, because I don't really use them a ton, they have been acting as fridge magnets. So I very sneakily went and took one of the needle minders, and I'm using that. It's a Gilmore Girls themed one, and I am just so excited that I actually get to use it for what it's intended. It's not a fridge magnet, though we love it as a fridge magnet too. This was made by someone, and I am so sorry I cannot remember who it is. I've had this for a very long time. Ooh, I think it might be A Needle Runs Through It. I think she made this. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. I will figure that out, or I'll try and figure it out and include it in the show notes. So this has been taking up all of my time. Granted, when he is home, when Sam is home, because it's something that I can't like quickly throw down and cover up, I don't work on it when he is home, which is when my knitting happens. But when he is not at home, I try and get as much done as I am able while still doing the regular tasks. He has no idea that this is happening. I'm very excited. I was very pleased with how much I was able to get done with the short business trip that he had. So I'm not too worried about it, but I definitely need to not procrastinate on it. But I'm loving it, everyone. I'm very excited to give this to him, and I think it'll be fun. We need more art on our walls, and this kind of thing is going to be great. So I'm very excited that I found this. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, So Charming Designs, for making these incredible gifts that are just so incredible, and that is not sponsored whatsoever. I purchased that with my own money, and yeah, I just love the idea. I hope she puts together more kits and more schools soon, and I love the Stars Hollow one. So if you like cross stitch, or if you know someone who is really into cross stitch, it would make a great Christmas gift or a holiday gift, whatever type of gift. Perfect. Amazing. So would highly recommend you checking out her Etsy shop and Instagram. So that is all that I have. We have talked about all the crafty things, everyone. So top of the pre-holiday knitting are the socks and the Go-Go Dynamo. And then the ranunculus I'd like to get that done soon, but I can work on that in December and that's not going to be a problem. But I'd like to get things done before December 1st. And in theory, depending on what I do for Advent knitting, I'd like to free up some needles so I can either cast on my Weekender Light on Thanksgiving or not and save those needles for some Advent knitting. We will have to see. I'd like to do, I don't know. I really don't know. Because also around Thanksgiving, if you are aware of college football and the SEC, I don't know all the ins and outs, but I know enough about it to know that it's going to be a big weekend because on Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, A&M is playing University of Texas, UT, which is a big deal. Huge deal. Huge deal. And that's gonna be a big chunk of knitting time. The only downside, everyone, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be a literal, I'm not embarrassed by this. No, I'm not embarrassed. This is gonna bring me joy. Like, I'm gonna legitimately enjoy this, so no, that I'm not embarrassed by this. This is not a guilty pleasure. No. The downside, I love a good college football game. I love Aggie football, really. That's more specifically what I enjoy. I would love to watch this A&M UT game. And yes, for being really specific, I know I need to call it TU, but I don't really care. It's UT. And the problem, everyone, if you have been keeping up with obviously the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce saga that we all know and love, and the Hallmark Christmas movie schedule, you will know that they are both probably going to be going on at the exact same time on the same day. And I wanted to watch that one so bad. I literally told Sam, I was like, I don't care about any other premiere of holiday, like, Hallmark Christmas movie. I just have to see this one. I don't care about any other ones. I just want to see this one. And the fact that it is like, there's no way that this football game is not during prime time, and I haven't checked the times, but I am almost positive that they're going to be going on at the same time, which hurts my heart because I wanted to watch both things and I don't really. We're going to figure it out. I'll figure it out. But like, what? And then so I figured this out, or I discovered this, had this thought, I told Sam, and then I started coming up with all these wild and crazy conspiracy theories why it was going on and why people had planned it this way and they were doing it to make statements, which is ridiculous. And of course, I know it's going to be replaying the entire season. Like, it's not like it's just going to be playing the one time. This is my very first world problem conundrum. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to knit on? Ugh. Do you feel these things the way I feel these things? Or is it just me? Either way, I just wanted to share that with you all, to have a little vulnerable moment that really legitimately irritated me. Is that a petty thing to be irritated about? Probably. But I don't particularly care, so it irritated me. but it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Ultimately doesn't really matter. But so that weekend is going to be a big knitting weekend, and I'm very excited regardless of what we watch or what we do. We're going to have a fun holiday with family, with Sam's family, and I'm very excited. So that was a tangent of what my holiday knitting is going to be. Again, we've got social medias, we've got show notes, we've got tech editing information. Again, if you, I will be back with you one more time before the end of the year on December 2nd. I'm saying December 2nd like I know what day that is. That's a Tuesday. That really, sometimes I record on Tuesdays. It may be around that time. It'll be the first week of December. Whatever date that ends up being, I will be intending on doing Vlogmas of some sort on my Instagram stories. So if you are interested, follow that. I'm planning on saving it to a highlight, so it should still like continue to be there as time goes on. So if you're interested in what I get up to, I may start earlier because on November 30th, like all this stuff is happening, and I'm sure you all will be dying to know what I decide and figure out and how I'm gonna handle it. Also because the rest of the world will be posting about both of these things, and I can't miss out. The FOMO is real. I'm already experiencing FOMO and it hasn't even happened yet, but that's okay. We'll just power on. Keep a lookout for my Vlogmas posts on Instagram. All that to say. I will go now. I need to eat lunch. It's kind of a late lunch, but I do need to eat lunch. And just move on with my day. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had a fun time. I hope you had some laughs. I know I had laughs. If you didn't find that funny, then I'm very sorry. I hope we got through that together. But yes, I appreciate every single one of you. I hope whatever weather you are experiencing, I hope it is kind of fallish and autumnal / winterish. I know a lot of people are having snow already, lots of snow. I feel like we're getting ready to have a big, another big round of rain about to come. It looks particularly dark out that way. So I should probably go before the light gets weird. Will I be putting up Christmas decorations soon? Yes, I will. And I'm gonna love every second of it. I'm so excited. And I don't care if it's too early, because it brings me joy and it's not hurting anyone, so I'm gonna do whatever I want. And Sam helped me pull everything down, so that was his form of a blessing of yes, you can go ahead and get started. Anyway, I will stop ranting and rambling and all that jazz. But thank you so much for being here. You are wonderful. You are enough. I hope if you have any crafty plans, whatever they may be, if you're holiday gift crafting, I hope that you are killing that timeline. I hope you are ahead of schedule, and I hope that you are just like loving what you're making. Everything is turning out wonderfully. All good things. May the odds be ever in your favor. Yes. So, I'm gonna go. I'm hungry. I need to eat. And continue to hydrate and drink your water. I will see you all next time. Who knows what fun we're gonna get up to between now and then. Hopefully some finished objects to show you next time, so we can close out the year with a bang of finished objects and productivity. That'll be fun, but we won't put the pressure on myself lest I feel bad about it. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and with that, I will see you all next time. next time. Bye!